Listen to me carefully, because I am about to reveal to you the most guarded secret of the human mind, a secret that literally controls your ability to manifest absolutely anything you desire. You know why some people can manifest what they want, while others, no matter what they do, never achieve anything? Why do some have a mind that works like a magnet for opportunities, while others have a mind that works like a magnet for problems? Why do some wake up their mind and suddenly can manifest money, relationships, health, while others remain spiritually asleep? Well, let me tell you the truth that changes absolutely everything, and this truth is going to blow your mind. Most people live their entire lives with their mind asleep. Your mind is not activated. Your mind is on autopilot. Your mind is running old programs that were installed when you were a child, and nobody ever taught you how to reprogram it. But here is what is incredibly important. Your mind, when it is awake, when it is activated, when it is functioning correctly, becomes the most powerful manifestation machine in the entire universe. Your activated mind can bring what you desire so fast that it will seem like magic. Your activated mind can attract opportunities that others never see. Your activated mind can create circumstances that seem impossible. But before we start, I want to ask you something very important. Please comment down in the comments how old you are and where in the world you are speaking from. Yes, I know it seems trivial, but it allows me to understand exactly who I am helping. It allows me to know that this message is truly reaching the people who need it. So please just take 1 second and write your age and your country or your city. Thank you. Now let us begin with what is truly important, and let us activate your mind together. I am going to explain to you exactly how your mind works when it is asleep. I am going to show you why most people stay asleep their entire lives. I am going to reveal to you the exact mechanism that keeps your mind locked down and blocked. I am going to give you specific techniques to awaken every area of your mind. I'm going to teach you how to install new programs that actually work. I'm going to give you exercises that you can do right now to start activating your mind. I'm going to reveal to you the mistakes you are making that keep your mind asleep. I'm going to show you how people who manifest rapidly have their minds activated. I'm going to give you a 30-day protocol that will completely transform your mind. And I am going to challenge you that after finishing this video, you do one exercise that changes everything. So if you feel like your mind is not working correctly, if you feel like something is blocked, if you feel like no matter what you do, manifestation does not work, then you have to understand that your mind is asleep. And I am going to show you exactly how to wake it up. Let me start by explaining how the mind works when it is asleep. Most people have what I call a reactive mind. A reactive mind means your mind simply reacts to what happens. Something bad happens, and your mind reacts with fear. Someone insults you, and your mind reacts with anger. You see someone with success, and your mind reacts with envy or with the belief that it is impossible for you. A reactive mind is constantly being controlled by external circumstances. If something bad happens, your mind goes down. If something good happens, your mind goes up. But here is what is important. Your manifestation is in direct proportion to your mind. If your mind is being controlled by external circumstances, then your life is being controlled by external circumstances. You are living like a puppet where the universe pulls the strings. But when your mind is activated, when your mind is awake, then something completely different happens. An activated mind is a creative mind. A creative mind does not react to circumstances. A creative mind creates circumstances. A creative mind does not wait for something good to happen. A creative mind makes something good happen. And when you have a creative mind, when you have an activated mind, then your manifestation does not depend on you waiting for something to change. Your manifestation depends on you changing your mind, and when you change your mind, everything in your reality changes completely. Now I am going to reveal to you exactly what keeps your mind asleep. There are 3 mental locks that keep most people asleep their entire lives. First lock is what I call the belief block. The belief block is simple. You believe certain things are impossible. You believe rapid manifestation is impossible. You believe wealth is difficult. You believe love is rare. You believe you have limitations. And because you believe that because your mind is programmed with those beliefs, then your mind simply does not see the opportunities. Your mind literally filters out everything that contradicts your beliefs. If you believe wealth is difficult, then your mind ignores all the easy ways to make money. If you believe you deserve to suffer, then your mind actively seeks out suffering. Your mind is a slave to your beliefs. Second lock is what I call the attention block. The attention block means that your attention is being controlled by what you see in the news, by what your friends see, by what society says. Your attention is like a flashlight. If you point your flashlight at the darkness, then your entire reality is darkness. If you point your flashlight at the light, then your entire reality is light. But most people have their attention pointed at what is wrong. They see problems, they see lack, they see limitation. And because their attention is there, because their mind is focused on that, then that is what they attract. Third lock is what I call the identity block. The identity block is deep. You see yourself in a specific way, and your mind simply reinforces that image. If you see yourself as someone who does not deserve wealth, then your mind actively sabotages money. If you see yourself as someone who is alone, then your mind rejects connections. If you see yourself as someone who fails, then your mind looks for ways to fail. Your identity is the deepest software. It is what really controls everything. These 3 locks keep your mind asleep. They are working 24/7, keeping you trapped in the same reality. But here is what is liberating. All of these locks can be unlocked. Your mind can be awakened. Your mind can be reprogrammed. And I am about to show you exactly how to do it. Now I want to invite you to something very special, something that will exponentially accelerate your ability to keep your mind activated constantly. It is called resonant codes. It is a complete library of subconscious reprogramming, a library filled with codes in different formats for different areas of your life. These codes are audio specially designed to speak directly to your subconscious, to eliminate self-sabotage, to redefine limiting beliefs, to give you the power to attract everything you desire much more easily. And the best part, all you need to do is press play. Press play when you wake up. Press play during the day. Press play before you sleep. Press play while you sleep. There are specific codes for each moment. Each code is designed for maximum resonance, for maximum integration, for maximum change. And these codes will do the heavy lifting for you. While you do your daily activities, these codes are working. While you sleep, these codes are reprogramming your mind. It is like having a personal coach working 24 hours a day. It is like having a therapist speaking to your subconscious at the moment when it is most receptive. And the link to access these codes will be found in the description of this video. Go, click, access the library. Start your transformation right now, because waiting is the thief of change. The longer you wait, the more your sleeping mind controls you. So go now. The link is below. Access it and let us truly begin. Now I am going to reveal to you the first protocol for activating your mind. It is called Belief System Awakening. This protocol unlocks the first lock, the belief block. It works like this. First step, identify your limiting beliefs. Certain beliefs that you have that limit your manifestation. Write them down, all of them. If you believe wealth is difficult, write it down. If you believe love is rare, write it down. If you believe you deserve to suffer, write it down. All of your limiting beliefs. This takes 5 minutes. Second step, Recognize where each belief comes from. Every belief came from somewhere, probably from your family, from your culture, from your experiences. When you recognize the origin of the belief, it loses power over you. The belief is no longer yours. It is simply something you absorbed. Third step, deliberately create new beliefs. For every limiting belief, you create the opposite powerful one. If you believed wealth is difficult now, you believe wealth is easy for me. If you believed love is rare, now you believe love is abundant. You write down the new beliefs. Fourth step, install the new beliefs in your mind. How do you do that? You repeat the new beliefs out loud with conviction, not like it is an affirmation, like it is the most obvious truth in the entire universe. You repeat each new belief 10 times out loud, with power, with conviction. And as you repeat, as you install these beliefs, your mind begins to change. It begins to accept the new beliefs as truth. When you do this protocol, when you really do this, when you really unlock the first lock, then your mind begins to awaken, because your mind is no longer limited by old beliefs. Your mind now has space for new possibilities. Your mind now can see opportunities that it never saw before. Now I am going to reveal to you the second protocol. It is called attention retraining. This protocol unlocks the second lock, the attention block. It works like this. Your attention is like a muscle. Like any muscle, if you do not train it, it atrophies. Most people have their attention trained in the wrong direction. Their attention muscles are pointing at problems, pointing at what is wrong, pointing at limitation, but you can retrain your attention. You can train your mind to focus on what is right, on what works, on abundance. How do you do it? First step. Every morning before anything else, you take 3 minutes. For 3 minutes, you only observe all the things you can be grateful for. Your breath, your body, your home, anything. But you really feel the gratitude. It is not mental, it is emotional. Your mind begins to train to point in the direction of what works. Second step. During the day when things go wrong, when you see problems, you deliberately refocus your attention. You ask yourself, what is going right here? What can I appreciate? What opportunity is there? And you point your attention there. Third step. Before sleep, you spend 2 minutes remembering all the small successes of the day, the small things that worked, the small things that went well. Your mind before sleep is trained in the right direction. And while you sleep, while your subconscious processes, your mind is being retrained. Your attention is being retrained to see what works, to see abundance, to see opportunities. When you do this protocol, when you really retrain your attention, then your life begins to change, because what you observe is what you manifest. And if you are observing what works, if you are focused on abundance, then that is what your mind is going to manifest for you. Now I am going to reveal to you the third protocol, and this is the most powerful one. It is called identity reconstruction. This protocol unlocks the third lock, the identity block. And this is the deepest, because your identity is what really controls everything. Your identity is the base software. Everything else is applications. While your identity is poor, while your identity is of someone limited, nothing is going to change. But when you change your identity, when you reconstruct who you are, then everything changes. How do you do this? First step. Identify your old identity. How do you see yourself? I am someone who does not deserve. I am someone who always fails. I am someone who is alone. Write down how you see yourself. Second step. Deliberately create a new identity. Not the identity you think you could be. The identity that you really desire to be. I am someone who deserves infinite abundance. I am someone who naturally attracts opportunities. I am someone who lives in love and connection. You write this new identity in the present, like you already are. Third step. For 30 days you act as if you were this new identity, not to fake it, to integrate it. When you act like someone who deserves money, then you make different decisions. You speak differently. You behave differently. Your mind begins to create a new image of you. Fourth step. Your mind begins to honor this new image. It begins to bring circumstances that match your new identity. If you act like someone who attracts opportunities, your mind begins to see opportunities. If you act like someone who deserves love, your mind begins to attract love. Not because the universe changed, but because you changed. And your reality honors your new identity. When you do these 3 protocols, when you unlock all 3 locks, then your mind wakes up. Your mind activates, and when your mind is activated, when it is completely awake, then your power of manifestation becomes practically unlimited. Now I'm going to give you the specific activation techniques. These are techniques that you can do right now that will activate specific parts of your mind that remained dormant. Technique 1 is called activation breathing. It works like this. You take a deep breath through your nose for 4 seconds. Then you exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds, but while you exhale, you say the word awaken in your mind. And while you say awaken, you visualize your mind literally waking up, like lights turning on in your brain. You do this 10 times in a row. When you do this, the frequency of your brain literally changes. Your brain begins to wave in the correct frequency for manifestation. Technique 2 is called activation movement. It works like this. Standing or sitting, you make body movements that represent energy. You move your arms, you move your body, you make sounds. Energy. For 2 minutes, you simply express energy. Because when you express energy, when your body vibrates, when your nervous system is activated, then your mind activates too. Your body and your mind are connected. Technique 3 is called activation question. It works like this. You ask yourself a powerful question. What is the most extraordinary thing I can manifest right now? And you simply wait for the answer. Your mind, when it is questioned, when it is focused, begins to search for the answer. And in the process, it begins to see possibilities. It begins to activate. Technique 4 is called activation visualization. It works like this. You close your eyes and imagine your mind as a computer. And one by one you see all the old programs that do not work being deleted. Then you see new programs being installed. Programs of wealth, programs of health, programs of love. While you visualize this for 5 minutes, your mind literally begins to reorganize. It literally begins to install new programs. Technique 5 is called activation affirmation. It works like this. You repeat out loud for 2 minutes. My mind is completely activated, awake, and powerful. My mind now creates the reality I desire. My mind is a magnet for opportunities. You repeat this with conviction, and each time you repeat, each time you say these words, your mind literally becomes what you say, because your mind believes what you repeat. Now I'm going to give you a challenge. For the next 7 days, I want you to do all of these techniques, every single day. Activation breathing, activation movement, activation question, activation visualization, activation affirmation, every single day. And I want you to do all 3 protocols: belief system awakening, attention retraining, identity reconstruction, every single day for 7 days. And I promise you something. After 7 days, your mind is going to be completely different. It is going to be awake. It is going to be activated. And when your mind is activated, then manifestation is almost automatic. Then money flows. Then opportunities appear. Then life changes. Now I want to reveal to you something final that many people do not understand. Your activated mind is so powerful that the universe has no choice but to respond. When your mind is completely awake, when it is completely activated, when it is functioning at its maximum potential, then you literally control which reality appears. You are not asking the universe, you are creating the reality. You are not waiting for change, you are making it change. Your activated mind is so powerful that it moves mountains. It literally rewrites the laws of physics. It literally brings the impossible into your reality. So the question is, are you going to keep your mind asleep, or are you going to activate it? The choice is yours, but if you choose to activate it, if you choose to awaken it, then prepare yourself because your life is about to change in ways you cannot even imagine. Rapid manifestation is going to be normal. Abundance is going to be constant. Opportunities are going to be infinite, simply because your mind is awake, your mind is activated, your mind is functioning as it was designed to function. Now I want you to write in the comments an affirmation statement based on what you have learned today, a statement that represents your commitment to activate your mind. If you desire mental activation, write, "My mind is completely activated, awake and powerful." If you desire rapid manifestation, write, "My activated mind manifests anything I desire." If you desire control, write, "My activated mind controls my reality and I create my destiny." Write your personal affirmation. Write it like it is absolute truth. Because when you write publicly, when you commit publicly, then you change your mind more deeply. Thank you for reaching this far. Thank you for being willing to activate your mind. Because now you know. You know that your mind, when it is asleep, creates a poor reality. You know that your mind, when it is activated, creates an extraordinary reality. You know that you have the power to awaken your mind. You know that you have the power to activate your mind. Now go and do it. Do the protocols, do the techniques, activate your mind, and watch how your life transforms. Watch how manifestation becomes easy. Watch how money, love, opportunities simply flow to you because your mind is awake. Your mind is activated. Your mind is functioning as it was designed to function. Welcome to your new reality.